What is going on, you Battlefield badasses, you DC Universe heroes and villains? This is No Rest Gaming, and I'm your host, Wicked. Today, PSN decided that today is going to be download update the fuck out of Wicked Day, because I turned on my PlayStation 4 and I have like 4 or 5 games that have these massive updates. It's going to take me forever just to log in and play some of my favorite games, as in Battlefield 4 and DC Universe. But I did happen to do some WatchDogs gameplay, and I hope you guys enjoy while I go over a little bit of a tiny itty bitty review. I just had to get this done. I figured now is the best time to do it, so here we go. If you haven't started playing Watch Dogs yet, it's basically about a guy who's not the greatest role model in the world. He's a giant hacker. He's rough from the streets, beats the hell out of everybody, and makes his own way. That's how he was raised. Anyways, he was running a gig with a partner or something. It went horribly wrong, and then a hit gets put out on him. They completely miss him and kill his niece instead. And then he spends the next year just trying to get revenge, trying to find out who put out the hit on him. And that's where things are fine. Halfway through the game, apparently his sister gets kidnapped, and I just felt that was one trope that just didn't need to be in the game. The whole woman in distress thing. I'm okay with tropes. I understand sometimes it's a good thing to move plots, but this one, it didn't need it. I felt that the whole I'm trying to get vengeance for my niece was good enough, and they could have done without the whole like kidnapping sister thing. That's just my opinion. Other people have other ones. As far as story goes, it's pretty well thought out, except for the whole trope. And I'm only about halfway through it, honestly. I've probably put in about, I would say, 10-12 hours into the game, and I'm only about halfway through it. It could be more, but I did do all of the side missions. I think I did all of them except for like 1 or 2. But there's a human trafficking one that I wanted to do first, because it's the kind of guy I think I am, or I would, if I had the chance to stop a human trafficking ring, I'd do that first. That, and a serial killer that was killing off women with hemophilia. That was cool to find all the dead bodies and get all the audio logs, but not to be a spoiler, it kind of ends lacklusterly. It was just like, that's it, and then I got on with my life. As far as gameplay goes, my favorite, I'd have to say honestly, my favorite missions are the gang hideouts, which is what's showing right now. Basically, you start a mission, you go to an area, and you're supposed to just knock out. You can't kill this guy. You have to knock him out. You have to profile him, find out the guy that you have to knock out, and you have to knock him out. It doesn't really change too often. He's usually a pretty easy identifiable guy. And I like to do these things as stealthily as possible. I could go in guns a-blazing, and then he'd be alerted to it, and it'd be a big chase that I have to go through, and then I can just take him down that way. But it's not as fun as just going in, not firing a single round, and just using all the environment to my advantage, taking things down. I try to do my best every time I get into it. I know there's the CTO stations that you have to do. They're pretty much similar. Like I said, I try to do it the quietest way possible, but sometimes I just utterly fail, and I was like, fuck it, dude. Sometimes you just gotta break out the guns and go crazy. That's honestly, I feel like that's the best way to play, because any game right now, I think, even like GTA, is like you can just go in guns a-blazing, and that's it. And it's been done to death. I don't like doing it anymore. But this nice stealth elements where I get to burst pipes, and they're like, "What the hell was that?" And they get all freaked out and shit. I love that. It was one of the best things to do. Where this game struggles a lot is honestly the driving. All the cars feel like they're bars of soap on an already slick road. They don't feel like they have traction. I think the only vehicles that I actually like are the motorcycles. They feel like they actually hug the road, and they feel like they handle the way motorcycles should handle. I think my favorite so far is the chopper. I love it. it really, it's like you can't take sharp turns with the chopper like you normally wouldn't anyways, so you have to slow down, you have to be careful how you drive, and sometimes hitting a car at top speed is pretty fun too because it sends your body flying. But driving in this game it's boring, and I feel like some of the missions actually make you drive a lot. Like for the human trafficking missions, you'd hack a caller for the human trafficking thing, and you have to go find a briefcase that's 300 or 3,000, excuse me, 3,000 meters or 3 kilometers away. And it's just like it's not necessary, guys. I mean, you don't have to make me drive across the map. I just feel like it's forced. It's just trying to show you the beauty of everything, and it's not that great. Another thing that's kind of lame is there's that whole good / bad scaling, and then if you do a bunch of good things, then people won't report you as much if you steal their car, or if you do a bunch of bad things, or if you do a bunch of good things, and the news won't report you as much. I still don't know how they know the Aiden's the vigilante. Maybe I missed that somewhere. I don't know I don't know how they know, but I've seen cops maybe like 6 times in my entire game, and much of that was when it was necessary for the game. Finally, to one of the big issues that people have apparently is pop-in for a next-gen game. It's kind of unacceptable, but I don't think it's as noticeable as people say it is, because when I'm driving, that's when the pop-in mostly happens, but I'm looking like 10 feet in front of me on the road, not further down. It's just one of those things that shouldn't happen. This game should be at 60 FPS. It's next-gen already. It's not. It's maybe 45 if you're lucky. And I know a lot of people say they don't notice it, but when you go from Battlefield on the PS4 to Battlefield, or Battlefield on the PS3 to Battlefield on the PS4, you'll notice it instantly. And all games, I think, should be at 60 frames a second now. I think it's more about optimizing the hardware that the PlayStation 4's got than it is just trying to cram every ounce out of it. And I think it's about time we get shit done. So if I were to give this game anything, I'd give it a definite must-buy, just because it's a game that I like, and I've gotten a lot of playthrough out of it. I've gotten a lot of gaming hours out of it. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, like, comment. Please tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next one.